An increasing number of teenagers are helping people migrate across the US-Mexico border. But border surveillance is putting both migrants and teens who live along border towns at risk. Here's what you need to know. With a large number of migrants stuck waiting at the border, many teen drivers are being tapped to help people cross over. In 2021, approximately 1 in 4 drivers who shuttled migrants across the US-Mexico border was a teen, according to an April Reuters report.
So in that context is where we're seeing that some teenagers being, how do you want to call it, hired or being used to actually transport immigrants at the border. And I need to be very careful about this because I'm afraid that some people and some news also, some narratives would try to actually criminalize those teenagers and those young people that actually, in the best case, they are using it. They are doing it because they want to help, but also because probably they need money. They don't have jobs. They have limited education, and border communities are some of the poorest communities in the nation. Sometimes somebody comes and offers them to just transport, literally just transport a group of people from one place to the other and offer them money. I think obviously some of them are accepting it because not knowing what they are getting into and not knowing the consequences. A few years ago, we have an incident where in the middle of the night, Border Patrol started a car chase that ended up in the car that they were chasing, crashing, and some of the people in that car died, and some of them were teenagers. So I'm not justifying any kind of smuggling, and I want to be very, very clear about that. I think people is going to find their ways to come into this country because they are fleeing violence, persecution. There's economic depression and poverty in Latin America and Central America. So people is trying to find ways when they cannot do it legally. What we're seeing at the border is that many people just getting tired to actually come across, turn themselves in and being deported or expelled, in this case, through Title 42. I mean, they are just getting tired and they are trying to sneak into the United States, but they are doing it into very dangerous places, in the deserts, in the mountains. And so we have seen now a very concerning increase of migrants dying while crossing the border.
Garcia says the uptick in the number of migrants who are dying at the border is the result of harmful political policies. Amid the lack of political protections in place, Garcia and his organization, the Border Network for Human Rights, are working hard to fight for justice at the border.